Hey, I want to say hi to our online audience. Today was awesome. This morning, every morning I look forward to teaching the Summer Academy. And once again, I want to thank you for taking your time to invest in your leadership and to learn with us on this amazing 4-week Summer Academy journey. All right, so today's day 4, and I just want to say thank you everybody for watching this video. And for those of you who did all of the 4 videos for this week 1, thank you. And I hope you have enjoyed this content as much as I have. I've so much enjoyed learning and creating this content for you. Once again, our Academy vision is very simple. 4 weeks. We just finished. So this is our last video on week 1, but we got 3 more weeks left. And we're going to invite some incredible guest speakers every single day to join us. So if you haven't subscribed already, think about that. I'm so grateful for those of you who have. Thank you for following along. And once again, enjoy your summer. But from time to time, take a look at a video or two and try to get a whole big picture of what leadership really is. Once again, take out some notes. Take out something to write on. Because when you do take notes, you're going to remember more of it and you're going to be able to understand it a little better. If you haven't already, there's a free Google form right below. And if you fill that out, there's a free note taker that I'm going to send you. And if you complete the note taker by the end of our 4-week journey, so you got time, and you turn it into our Google Drive, which I'll send you that later on. If you're a part of the mailing list, my team and I will send you a free certificate of completion so that you can put this on your resume saying that you did 4 weeks of leadership over summer 2021. All right, cool. We started with a brainstorm because it's all about teaching students what leadership is. But I asked them, hey, in general, what would you say is the best quality, number 1 quality of being a leader? So we did an answer card. And my first class concluded that integrity and confidence were 2 important traits of leaders, which I absolutely agree with. And then there's some other ones there as well. My second class talked about kindness, compassion, and flexibility. And we looked at this and so I asked them, hey, what are 2 traits that you would like to grow in and why? So I'm going to show you these again. What are 2 traits that you would like to grow in and why? All right. So I had my students write it down and really come back to this from time to time to take a look. Am I growing in kindness? Am I growing in compassion? Am I growing in flexibility? Am I growing in integrity or confidence or any one of these other traits? What are 2 qualities that you as a leader want to grow in? Think about that and really try to improve in those 2 traits. All right. Day 4's topic. So for those of you who are taking notes, take a moment right now to write this down. We're going to talk about how can you use your platform to impact others. I truly believe that when you're a leader, you get a platform, but what are you using that platform for? And how are you going to positively impact others through your leadership position? Okay. So here's a little intro speech. I believe that leaders have a choice every single day to use their platform for good or for bad, to affect people, to impact people positively, negatively, or not at all, right? And that could be a result if you don't think about it. How do leaders affect the people they lead? Well, in many different ways, through their words. Most of our mistakes in life come from our words. So if you don't have anything good to say, don't say it. It's one of those things where your words have weight and they have power. Leaders impact people through their actions, obviously, and their planning and their vision, through their purpose and through their heart. So everything usually comes out and impacts others around you. So once again, as we talk about using your platform to impact others, that's the main topic of today. But I'm going to share with you 3 main small points that I think are really important to know before you become a leader. Okay. The first one is that your platform alone does not make you a leader. What that means is your title does not alone does not make you a leader. Just because you're president or vice president or secretary or treasurer or a representative or anything like that doesn't make you a leader. Does it give you opportunities? You betcha, but it doesn't make you a leader, okay? Because that title, that platform will come and go, and you can't base your worth on that platform. You have to be who you are, and you've got to be a leader on your own. So important. Instead of basing it on your title, base it off of who you are. And that's what leadership is really based on. Your mindset, your purpose. That's really what makes you a leader, not just the title. Okay. The title helps, it gives you opportunities, but it doesn't fully give you everything there. So a quick backstory here that I got. All right. Now, I truly believe that your experiences in your life make up kind of who you are as a leader. So let me explain. There's all of us have a backstory. And for me, when I was ASB president my eighth grade year, I realized in that year of service that leadership can sometimes be a thankless job. Now, even though we don't do it for the gratitude, let's be real, we're human and we appreciate the appreciation. But if there's one thing that and that taught me, it's that we need to honor our leaders, we need to treasure our leaders, and we need to affirm our leaders on a on a consistent basis because it actually makes a difference. There's a few people who said, "Hey, great job on making this presentation. Thanks for sending out the agenda. Thank you for leading this meeting in an enthusiastic way." And whenever they did share that with me, wow, it just empowered me almost. So that's why I'm so big on gratitude and affirmation. You see, the need that I found during the eighth grade year is that leadership is sometimes a thankless job. So that's the need that I saw. So write this down if you're taking notes. In leadership, you have to understand that when you see a need, that is an invitation to fill a need. Not everyone sees the same need. You may go through something that no one else has gone through, but because you went through that, now you have the firsthand experience of what that's like, and now you can make that a positive change for someone else. See a need, fill a need. That's what leadership is all about. So after my eighth grade year, I came into high school. And as I was into high school, I didn't have a leadership position. I was a member of many different clubs. Now, in that year, I also realized that every single time, okay, so many times when you're a leader, you want to stay a leader. And that's awesome because you love to lead people and you love to help others and serve others in a big way. But if you ever become a member, it's really eye-opening because you start to think about, wait a minute, is that how leaders sound when they're up there? Wow, here are some great things that I saw that these leaders did, and then here's some things that I would improve on, et cetera. As a member, you get a whole different feel versus standing in front of the room. Okay, so I learned so much this ninth grade year because I just sat in the meetings and I was a part of many, many, many different clubs. But I remember thinking, okay, I know what it's like to be that president. There's one particular club, and I was sitting there and I was like, I know what it's like. This president, she has put in a lot of time into her PowerPoints, and she's put in a lot of time into preparing, into creating service events for us, etc. But in that moment, as I sat there, I thought, wait a minute. Um, yeah, there's so much work that's been put into it, and yet have we appreciated her enough? I would not have thought that if I never went through my eighth grade leadership experience. So that being said, what I decided to do, and I gathered a couple of our club mates, and I said, "Hey, I figured out that it's this president's birthday coming up in a few weeks, and because of that, I said, wait a minute, it's actually so it's on the same date as one of our meetings. So we're all going to be here together, and it's going to be their birthday. So in my mind, I'm like, well, someone else is probably going to do something for their birthday or not. We don't know. So I just decided to do it. So in that moment, I said, hey, let's all create a card for this president. I didn't know this president too well, but it was just one thing that I wanted to honor them because I know what it's like to be a president. And sometimes it can be a thankless job. So we got a card together and we chipped in for a little gift. And I remember at that meeting, I raised my hand and and I said, "Oh, can I say something?" And the president said, "Not yet." I said, "No problem." And at the end, the very end, I said, "Oh, just a reminder, can I say something?" "Sure, go ahead. Um, Go ahead and say something." So I got up and I said, "Hey, so a few of us just wanted to say thank you." And immediately you could tell like the president was kind of caught off guard. She was like, "What's going on?" And I said, "We just want to say thank you. And we know it's your birthday today. And we just want to say thank you for all that you do." And then I had another one of my friends bring in the card. And then another one of my friends bring the present. Now, some people may ask, why did you involve other people if you're the one who planned it? Because as a leader, I truly understand that when you involve people in doing something great, in showing gratitude, their lives will change as well. I know that you can do it. I know that I can do it. But when you involve people, that is where you use your platform to impact others. And now seeing how much it touched the president, these two who helped me do this gift uh, also understand, wow, the power of gratitude. Here's something else I noticed. One more example. As a member, I'd sit into several different club meetings and I used to sit there and think, I've seen that person right there for like 4 times and I've never even talked to them. They're not even my friend, and I didn't even know of them. I didn't know what grade they're in. I don't know anything. But I remember sitting in meetings and thinking, I don't even know that person right there. So what I would do is once again, I'm not a leader of the club, but I would just come into lunch meetings a little bit earlier and say, hey, how's it going? I'm so sorry I've never introduced myself, but here's my name and what's your name? And I just asked them, so tell me about yourself. So what are you interested in? What are your hobbies? How was your day? And stuff like that. And I would just talk to people. So did I go up to 20 people in one day and say, hey, how's it going? And introduce myself? No, I went one at a time, right? I made it quality versus quantity. And I'm telling you, that was huge for me too, because people desire that. If there's one thing that people desire, it's to find belonging. And that's what I desire, and that's what you desire. So when you include people, wow, you are absolutely using your platform to impact people. Now, when elections came around, honestly, I wasn't sure if I wanted to run for president again. Actually, it didn't come across my mind to like get on the ballot or anything like that. But what I'm so grateful for is that enough of my friends, I had amazing friends in high school, told me that, hey, they think I would make a great president. And that enough was enough for me to say, okay, last minute ad, like let's get on this ballot and let's try to run for president. That being said, I decided to go for it and I won. And that was a huge moment. But upon thinking, why did I win? I couldn't help but think that one, more people knew me and what I was about. And that's because I reached out to people other than my friends to just get to know them. It wasn't about winning a vote. It was about just, hey, who are you? Like we spend so much time together in this club. I just want to get to know you and just introduce myself. That's what leaders do. So especially next year, when we all go back into school, I want you to think about some people aren't going to have that social drive to like go introduce themselves, because this past year, it's been a tough year where we've all been kind of quarantined, but I want you to reach out and understand the power of relationship, not to win a vote, but to make the world a better place by getting to know someone one day at a time and by creating belonging together. All right. So thanks for letting me share that. So takeaway, leadership will give you many opportunities to build skills. However, overall, who you are when you are not a leader matters just as much. So work on growing yourself and your character as a person instead of just waiting for the next opportunity, then showcasing. No, you showcase it every moment of your life. Lesson number 2, the power of leadership does not come from having a title. We just talked about this, but it comes from having a strong purpose and mission. Okay, I just want to quickly talk about this. So I heard a great quote recently after reading, so this is what this person said, after reading thousands of biographies of famous people, I can conclude that there are no great people. You're like, wait, what? How is that a quote? But it doesn't end there. The quote continues and says, I've only met people with great dreams. So there's no great leaders or great people. There's just people, ordinary people with great dreams. And that's what I am, right? I'm not just a great leader. I'm just a person who's a dreamer. I love creating new programs, etc. So leaders should be on a mission to what? Number 1, impact people, but 2, impact their community in some positive way. That's it. That's all leaders do. We serve others. And leaders are able to create something out of nothing. If you look at every program that I have going right now, at some point it was nothing. It started from nothing. It didn't even exist. But as a leader, I said, wait a minute. I see that there's a need here. I'm going to fill that need. And I'm going to go ahead and create a not just organization that is targeted towards reaching a goal, but an organization that's kind of like a family, one in which we can get to know each other and we can serve together. That is the beauty of leadership. If you think about it, all it is, once again, a club, an organization, it's a group of people and you're meeting for a purpose. And so never forget that. So see a need, fill a need. My question for you, and even my online audience right now, I know we don't get the chance to discuss, but I want you to think, if you had to start a club or organization this next year, what need would you fill? What would your club strive to do? What would your club strive to do to help others, to help our community? Just think about that. Now, you don't need the perfect idea, but you need an idea that you're passionate about, one that you're going to stand by no matter what. Even if one person shows up, 2 people show up, you're going to keep going because that is your purpose. That is your mission. So I want you to think about that. And as this next year comes along, gather some of your friends and just start something. When you start something, it's not just for yourself. It's also for the people in your organization. Lesson number 3. After college, Mrs. Chow and I started a mentorship program. Now, this isn't one of the ones that I hear about online sometimes where like they make you pay to become a mentee. They will mentor you if you buy product or something. No, I've never really been into that. But this whole we started this mentorship program to really reach out to students and to teach them life skills and to be in their lives and to mentor them in the right direction. We didn't get paid. If anything, like we asked for sponsors to get to supply food, but in short, the whole first year it was so successful. Think about it: 20 to 30 students showed up every single month, once a month, to come learn together and to come grow in community, and it was amazing. But long story short, second year it wasn't as fruitful. For the next 12 months, 3 to 15 students attended. We had a serious drop in attendance, and that was really scary. I remember driving back home with my wife, who was actually my girlfriend at the time, and we were discussing. We're like, 3 people. We spent all this time and resources to invest in these amazing lessons, and we're trying to teach all these people, but only three people showed up. Is this worth our time? And we put our worth based on numbers instead of our mission, and that's where it gets dangerous. So we asked each other, and we were tested, and we asked each other, what's our purpose? Well, very simple: to serve others, to teach others, and to be in community without ever asking anything in return, and to just serve them. That's it. That's literally all we get out of this, and we loved it. That being said, we decided to continue on a year 3 after this second year of 3 to 15. But this third year, we needed to change things up. We decided to continue the mission because we believed in the mission, and we were not proven by the number of people who showed up. However, we had to change things up. You can't just keep doing the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. So we made phone calls. We sent personal texts. But these phone calls and personal texts were not just to invite people. They were just to reconnect. Hey, how's it going? I haven't talked to you in a while. I just want to check in. How are you doing? Hey, just checking in. How's life? Boom. Just have that conversation. Did we ever at the end say, oh, by the way, we're going to have an event coming up. Do you want to go? No, because we cared more about the relationship than we did about the attendance. But what we did was we found out that this next time we sent out an online message to everybody saying, hey, we're starting it up again. One more year, third year. And we're super excited last year. Please come join us. Now we saw so many more people join. And I'm telling you, this third year was the most fruitful. 50 to 60 students per month for all 12 months. And then we finished it. And we're so grateful that we finished on a high note. You see, why do I share this with you? Because impact takes time. Don't give up. It takes time to make a difference. So many times the leaders go, well, only 2 people showed up. It means that there's no interest, and okay, I'll jump to something else. I love this visual. This visual right here demonstrates what leadership's all about. In leadership, we plant seeds, we sow seeds. And in short, those seeds go into the ground and they begin being nurtured and being grown. As you can see, first year was this, second year was this. The seed was growing and we kept watering and it was growing. It's just that we couldn't see it. You can't base success based on what you see. You have to base success based on what is to become in the future versus what you see right now. You have to believe in your mission. And I'm telling you, if we quit during that stage, we would have never known how beautifully this plant would have grown to. We never would have seen that. And so many times I see leaders doing that. Oh, I don't see it. I'm going to jump to another seed. I'm going to plant another seed. Oh, that's not growing. I'm going to jump somewhere else. Impact takes time. And I'm so grateful that we waited it out and we kept investing and watering because that last year was the success of our lives. So once again, leaders quit too soon if they don't get the same results. So be patient and continue the mission and you will succeed. But don't just do the same thing. You have to change it up and you have to get people involved and make it a relational business. Once again, thank you for watching. Day 4 topic was all about using your platform to impact others. And I'm so grateful for this opportunity to teach you, even though this is an online audience. Thank you. Take notes. Get the note taker below for free if you want to get that certificate. But other than that, thank you everybody for subscribing and thanks for being a part of their amazing journey these 4 weeks of summer. I'll see you next time.